Today, I want to help you all be able to make money online. In order for you to be able, in order for you to be able to make money online, you're gonna have to have some assets. And today, I want to talk to you about how to develop digital assets so that you can have them online. But assets are just like seeds in the ground. In other words, income always follows assets. The problem with most people is that they don't have any assets, so they don't have any income, or they don't have or they money comes from like somebody paying them instead of their money coming from the asset. And if you really want to make some money, if you really want to have something that's going to last past your lifetime, if you're really tired of just working for people and wasting a whole lot of time, then it would behoove you and behoove me to create some assets because income always follows assets. And without assets, there is no income. There are only what? Wages. Wages mean you're going to work all your life and die broke. Profits means that you'll work a little bit at a time and have a lot of money because you're getting paid from profits. But profits are only made when you have assets. So I want to show you all how to have assets. Matter of fact, where's my book? I put this in my book so you all can learn this. This is the wealth formula. If you have not purchased this book, I recommend it. You say, why you recommend it, Ricky? Because it's the wealth formula that showed me how to create $1 million in one day online. 20 of my friends have used this formula, and we've all made at least $1 million in one day setting. All right. Not just me, but at least 20 of us have done this. I wrote this book with my friend Myron Golden. And if you like it, just put wealth. Just comment wealth. And I'm going to teach you some of these. I'm going to teach you this today. I'm going to teach you some of this tomorrow too. But today I'm going to teach you all about this idea. And that's how to put seed, how to create digital seed that creates digital money so that you can live, so you can become a digital millionaire. So if you want to be a digital millionaire, put DM in the chat. Let's get started. All right. I said, if you want to be a digital millionaire, if you want to be a digital millionaire, see, we're millionaires because we make money online. We don't work like regular people do. We have a very good life. Me, my wife, all 10 of our grandkids, and all, we have an amazing life because we just started dealing with reality. We like money is this offline money is slow as this molasses, and it's just country. It don't make no sense to be living in the internet era and not making money online. It is ridiculous. I'm 63 years old, and we can make $1 million in a day online. $1 million a day, and I very seldom see anybody that does business with us in person. I know very few people. Are you listening to me? I know I know of a lot of people, but I got a real simple life. I only spend time with a handful of friends and Shantae and my kids. And most of our days are spent like that. I don't want to be wasting a whole lot of time running around having a bunch of fake relationships with folks. It ain't real, no way. Why? So what you can do is just help a lot of people online, help them to make their own money, and then y'all spend time with y'all families. You spend time with the people that mean the most to you. Don't spend your whole lot of time with a bunch of strangers that ain't making no money. All right, that's my recommendation to you. So if you're interested in my book, one more time, it's called The Wealth Formula. And here it shows the actual formula of how you make money online. We have the formula down to a T. In fact, we wrote the book on it, The Wealth Formula. You said, Brother Ricky, what is the wealth formula? The wealth formula is mindset times skill set times tool set equals assets. And income always follows assets. I'm going to teach this to you today, and I'm going to teach this to you tomorrow. Today, I want to teach you one idea, though, and that's the idea of don't eat your seed, plant your seed, and have people eat your fruit. All right? Don't eat your seed, plant your seed, and have people eat your fruit. So you mean, what are you talking about, Brother Ricky? The reason people buy things from you is because they are eating the fruit from your tree. But how can you have a tree that never grew? You say, what are you talking about? The reason trees don't grow is because they eat the seed. You say, what do you mean, brother? I'm talking about you get some seed that somebody pours into you, teaches you, and then instead of you planting that seed in the ground so that somebody can eat your fruit, you actually eat the seed. All right. So there's three reasons why I don't want you eating your seed. Number one is because when you eat your seed, you're eating your future. All right. So EYF. Everybody put it in the chat. EYF. All right. You say, what is that? That's the average person right now that's listening to me. The reason that you don't have a financial future is because you're eating it. You say, what do you mean? I said, the reason that you listen to me, brother, listen to me, sister. The reason you're not making $1 million a year is because you have a lot of seed that's poured into you. But what happens? You actually eat the seed instead of planting the seed. Hey, listen to me. You say, what do you mean? I mean, your ideas. Talking about your strategies, talking about your innovations, your creativity, your contributions to the marketplace, your contributions to life, your contributions to your generation. I'm talking to you, brother. I'm talking to you, sister. The reason you're not making at least $1 million a year in this online environment is because when somebody teaches you something, you don't plant it in the ground and watch it grow into a tree. You actually eat the seed yourself. And when you eat the seed, the problem with that is that you're eating your future. And I'm encouraging you to what? Don't eat your future. Are you hearing me? Don't eat your future. The seed is to be what? Planted. So when you have a seed that's planted inside of you, you don't just eat the seed up and then go ahead on about your business. What you do is you take the seed and then you plant it into the ground so that a tree can grow so that somebody can eat the fruit. Because when people pay you for things, they just eating your fruit. Really love your peaches, wanna what? Shake your tree. Nobody makes any money unless they have assets. So your seed are your assets. But when you take the seed and eat it instead of planting it, then that means that you just ate your assets. So when you eat your assets, you're eating your future because nobody can eat you. You say, what are you talking about? I'm telling you the reason that people do business with you is because they are literally eating you. You mean, what do you mean? They are eating the words that come out your mouth. You say, I don't believe that, Brother Ricky. Well, let me help you. Okay. The reason we're still talking about Jesus Christ 2,000 years after he died is not because we're talking about some fictional character in some type of pie in the sky, invisible stuff. What we're talking about is we're following the words of somebody who planted these words 2,000 years ago. And they're so good until we are still eating the words. And because we eat these words, we take these words and then we plant them in the ground so somebody else can do it, so they can eat our words from the words that we were fed. Hey, listen to me, because life and business and people doing things and having impact is all about words. Hey, listen to me. And it's in a meditation of my heart, be acceptable in your sight. Oh God, my strength and my redeemer. Why? Because the words that I'm eating, somebody's going to eat. But I'm not going to hold on to the words and hoard them. I'm going to take the words and I'm going to plant them in the ground so that somebody else will see the fruit come up from these words, and then they'll eat it, and then they'll be able to go do the same things that I was able to do, because that's how a future is created. It's created through words. Are y'all listening to me? Are you hearing what I'm telling you? So what? Don't eat what? Your seed, plant your seed. You say, well, how am I going to plant the seed if I don't eat it? Are you getting the point that I'm making? The point that I'm making is don't have greed of seed. Most people are greed. They have a greed of seed. They take it and they don't plant it. They just eat it. I'm like, but the seed is not for you. It's not your seed. Everybody, come on, y'all. Not your NYS. Everybody put in the chat. NYS. It's not your seed. Come on, let me help you. Everybody put it in the chat. NYS. When you learn something, it's not for you. NYS. It's not your seed. Come on, let's go. It's not your seed. I ain't gonna teach y'all nothing else until y'all get that. All right. NYS. It's not your seed. Come on. Agree with yourself. All right. Ain't nobody running around here being greedy. You're gonna make no money. You know why? Because you're not spreading your seed. You eating the seed, but the seed was not for you. All right. When somebody teaches you something and you learn an idea, the only way that you really learn it is by hurrying up and planting the seed that you just got. Why? Because else that seed is going to do what? It's going to disappear. Hey, listen to me. Are you hear what I'm telling you? Seed is not to be eaten and ingested. Seed is to be eaten for the point of planting it. That's the reason that God give you something to eat. I'm amazed at people who are just greedy. I'm like, are you sharing what you have? And they're like, nah, Brother Ricky, I ain't sharing what I'm got. Why do you think God gave it to you? They're like, well, I just don't like stepping on people's toes. I don't like, let me explain something to you all. One of the reasons why you all don't share your seed is because of the public opinion. So because you're so concerned about public opinion, I'm telling you why you don't share your seed, why you got seed right now that you've eaten, but you haven't planted the seed. I'm telling you why this happens to you. Why? Because I come from the hood. I come from the projects, and I come from the penitentiary. So because of that, people label you, and people do what? They call themselves sizing you up, and then they what? They treat you like you're some type of vagrant or some type of varmint or some type of piece of dirt or some type of afterthought, and it messes with your brain. Why? Because you really ain't gonna put your seed out until you get their approval to put out your seed. What I'm telling you is that that is a demon of high proportions. Are you listening to me? Don't pay no attention to people who are trying to stop you from putting out your seed. Are you listening to me? Why? Because your seed is not your seed. All right. It's a gift. And the gift of the seed that you have is so that you can plant that seed in the ground so the trees can grow, so that everybody around you can have the impact of what? The tree that you built based on the seed that you planted. But you'll never plant that seed if it's based on public approval because you ain't gonna never get it. Why? Because people are greedy, selfish, high-minded, heady, hearted, crazy as hell. And as soon as you start doing what? Planting some seed, they try to make you think you crazy. Hey, listen to me. You know I'm right about it. You know I'm right about it. Put show enough in the chat. I said put show enough in the chat. All right? Put show enough in the chat. If when you start trying to plant your seed, you get what? You get seed opposition. You hear what I'm talking about? Everybody put it in the chat. All right, show enough. All right. And then the next thing I want you to put in the chat is I want you to understand is put in the word sow, S-O, not sow, S-O-W, sow, because you can't sow because of the sow. You mean, what do you mean? The seed opposition. Are y'all listening to me? Come on, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You have seed opposition, and so do I. All right, so let's just admit it. Come on, put it in the chat. So, all right. You know why? That's the way I feel about people when they talking crazy to me. I'm like, what? So? Not like what? Your your soul ain't gonna stop me from sowing. Why? Because my sowing ain't based on your soul. Did y'all get what I'm saying? Are you listening to me? Are you hear what I'm saying? Seed opposition. Ain't nobody around here sowing no seed without seed opposition. Why? Because human beings are what? Crazy as hell. And they mean. Are you hear what I'm talking about? And you're gonna have to deal with that stuff for the rest of your life. Yeah, demons. Folks ain't got the sense they was born with. And when they see you start sowing some seed, they put up that seed opposition. They don't want to see that. Why? Because they meddlers. They all in your business instead of sowing their own seed. Hey, listen to me. That's why I don't know much about people's business. Why? Because I'm too busy sowing seed. Why? So I really don't know what's going on with other people. People say, well, you know, what's going on with the P. Diddy case. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know P. Diddy. I'm not interested in this case. They say, why? I say, because I'm too busy sowing seed. I don't have time to be what? Meddling in other people's business and all that kind of stuff. Why? I got my own seed to sow. Are y'all listening to me? Are you hear what I'm talking about? The time people spend meddling in other folk business, I'm like, that's the time you should have spent sowing some seed. Hey, listen to me. Why? Because you're not gonna have no assets if you don't sow no seed. Which means that what? Ain't nobody gonna be eating from your tree because you ain't even. How's somebody going to eat from your tree, your invisible tree that ain't never what been planted? Are you listening to me? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? All right. I want y'all to make a lot of money, and I want you all to have a future. But if you eating the seed, you eating the future. You don't take the seed and eat it. You take the seed and you plant it. Are you listening to me? But I know one reason why y'all not planting no seed is because you have seed opposition. All right. Let me read to you what I'm talking about. Here's Jesus. Okay. Here's Jesus explaining to you that literally, if you really want to have some seed to sow, then you ought to have some seed to plant. And the seed is word. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, here's the proof of it. Here's John chapter 1, verse number 1, the book of John. It says, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. And all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. So let's just park right there for a second. All things was made by him. Who is he? The word. So that means that all things are made by what? The word. Did you hear what I just said? I said, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. All things were made by him. All things were made by who? The word. So what is that teaching me and you? That everything that's made is made by the word. What is the word? Seed. What does that mean? Everything that I speak is what makes everything that takes place. What was first, the thing or the word? Not the thing. The thing came after the word. The thing is second. Did y'all hear what I said? Everybody put T-A-S in the chat. T-A-S. Things are second. Things are not first. The word is first and then things. All right, come on, y'all ain't listening. T-A-S. Everybody put T-A-S in the chat. Things are second. Are you hearing me? I'm teaching you today how to stop eating the word and not planting the word and not understanding that your life right now is based on what? The words that you are planting and based on the words that you are receiving. All right. And once you understand that, then you'll understand the power that you have inside of you, what? To speak the word out, and then the thing follows the word. Are y'all hearing me? Are you listening to me? Is that a little too deep? Do I need to back the thing up and go over again? In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God. The same was in the beginning with God. And it wasn't nothing made that wasn't made, because all things were made by him. Him by who? By the word. Are you listening to me? And the word is what? Seed. And I'm teaching you today that the reason that you don't see the manifestation of things in your life is because you haven't planted the seed. When you get the seed, you eat the seed instead of planting the seed. You eat the seed and then you keep the seed to yourself. So what? We're not benefiting from what? Your seed. And why? So we can't buy nothing from what? Off of your tree. Why? Because you don't have assets. Are you listening to me? Seed is what? Assets. Are you listening to me? Seed equals assets. Are you hearing me? The words that you put out are your assets. And you can put them out in so many different ways. We're going to talk about that in a second, different ways to put seed out. But if you really want to get a head start on this, the reason that we make so much money, all right, the reason that we make so much money, and I'm talking to you about money, I'm a wealth coach. So don't be surprised that you come on here and I'm talking to you about money, because I'm a wealth coach. That's what we do. We teach people how to get wealthy, all right? So one is because in my book, The Wealth Formula, I have the whole formula in here on how you put out seed. Okay. I have the whole formula on how you put out seed. And I have the whole formula in here on how you use tools to put out the seed in a faster manner and distribute your seed. Okay. So everybody put SD in the chat. Seed distribution. All right. Everybody put SD in the chat. Once you got some seed, the seed needs to be distributed. Hey, listen to me. Talking about, what do you mean? It needs to be distributed via videos. It needs to be distributed via emails, text messages, books, all the different things that do what? Distribute seeds. So everybody puts seed distribution. That's how you get rich. That's how you get wealthy. All right. You say, I don't have your book, Brother Ricky. All right, just comment wealth in the chat. And then when you get the link, buy the book. If you want to learn what's going on. Are you hearing me? See, this is another problem. This is another problem. People do what? They eat the seed. You talking about what? I'm talking about the seed that produces the seed. You mean, what do you mean? Okay, so this book is $57. You say, boy, that's a lot of money for a book. If you think that's a lot of money for a book, you've been eating your seed. You say, what are you talking about? See, you don't understand. The seed that's in your pocket, that little money, $57, that seed, when you take that seed and you don't buy the book, you just ate your seed. You say, what do you mean? You ate your seed that leads you to the seed, because you don't know what you're doing. You don't understand how to make $1 million in a day. You don't understand how to make $100,000 in a day. You don't understand how to make $1,000 in a day. Why? Because you ate the seed. What? The seed to buy the book with. You say, Brother Ricky, that's a cold-blooded way of selling your book. I don't need you to buy no book. I'm just teaching you what? Principles that made me a multi-millionaire from the hood, dead broke. Are you listening to me? And then we nice enough to write a book to teach you how to do it. So you won't waste no whole lot of time doing stuff that don't work. Why? That's the problem with seed. Somebody gives a person some seed, and then they do what? They take the seed. They don't want to spend the money to actually get the seed, because how in the world are you going to plant some seed that you don't even have? Are y'all listening? Y'all not listening to me. I say y'all not listening to me. Y'all not listening to me. I'm telling you, the reason that we make so much money is because I've taken my seed, the money in my pocket, and I purchased seed with it. All right. You got to purchase seed. Y'all ain't listening to me. Everybody put PS in the chat. All right. I purchase seed. When I see some seed that's worth it, when somebody has some sense that I don't have, I'm like, well, I'm gonna take their sense and I'm gonna use their sense and I'm gonna emulate it and I'm gonna put it into the marketplace. Why? Because I don't have time to be trying to guess what seed works. I just look at the seed that already worked. I don't want to put a whole lot of stuff into the marketplace that don't work. I don't want to waste time like that. So what I do, I find out who has some sense, and then I purchase the seed. Why? Because I know if the seed work for them, the seed will work for me, because it ain't the person, it's the principle. Are y'all listening? Are you hearing what I'm telling you? When you purchase seed, the seed works for everybody. It don't matter who you are. Why? Because it ain't you, it's the seed that's working. Are you listening to me? I don't like taking chances, and I don't believe in luck. I'm a very conservative person. Are you listening to me? I need to know that my time is being spent well, and everybody around me. We do not waste time. Why? Because we like what is working. All right. Well, if that's working, then let's purchase that seed. Okay. Then what? Then let's execute the seed. So you got to purchase seed and then you execute seed. Are y'all listening? Everybody put ES in the chat. All right. Everybody put ES in the chat. Come on, let's go. ES. Purchasing seed don't mean nothing if you don't execute it. But how are you going to execute seed that you don't have? So the first thing you do is purchase seed and then you execute seed. All right, here's this. I'm gonna give you one more chance. All right. My book is called The Wealth Formula. All right. All you gotta do is put wealth in the chat, and you can in a few minutes you can be reading how we make $1 million in a day, and you ain't got to be guessing. I didn't say $1 million in a year. I'm talking about how we make $1 million in a day because y'all are so outdated. You doing stuff trying to make $1 million in a year. I'm like $1 million in a year is old. People are making $1 million in a day because you got the whole world watching what you're doing. And y'all just got to catch up with the times. Are you listening to me? And don't be guessing what to do. Are you hearing me? Find out who already has the seed and then emulate them. Do the thing, just do what makes most common sense. Let the Lord give you some common sense. Are you hearing me? Now, I understand how life is. I understand how life is. Okay. So you say, well, Brother Ricky, why ain't everybody doing that if it makes so much sense? Well, let's go back in the book of John and see what happened. Because Jesus got plenty of sense. And most of them people that come around here, they ain't even listening to him. So it don't shock me at all that people don't what? That people refuse the seed. All right. That doesn't shock me. Your job is putting out seed is not to be concerned about whether or not people receive it or not. Your job is just to make sure that you plant seed. All right. And then everybody who likes fruit, they'll come and eat your tree. All right. Let me finish teaching you what I'm talking about. He said, and all things were made by him. Without him was not anything made. We're talking about Jesus. Says, in him was life, and the life was the light of men, and the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. What does that mean? That means that what? Here comes the seed, and then people who what? Don't want to eat the seed and digest the seed and give it to somebody else. They can't even understand the seed. Are you listening to me? If you're going to make it in life, only a few people are going to understand you. I want to help you, okay? Because some of y'all put your seed out, people don't receive your seed, and then you get disgruntled and stop what? Planting seed. That's not your job. The outcome of people's personal life is not your business, all right? All right, y'all not listening to me. Not your business. Everybody put not your business in the chat. Okay. All right, you all. All right, we're back on you all. All right, so everybody, it's not your business when you plant seed. It's not your business that people receive the seed. That is not your business. Why? Because some water, some plant, but God always gives the increase. So in life, don't waste time chasing a person down as though they have to receive your seed. All right? Now listen to me. It is an exercise of futility. It wastes a lot of your energy. It is exasperating. It dumbs you down. It stymies your ability to be able to plant more seed because you worried about seed results. Are y'all listening to me? I said y'all worried about seed results. All right, don't worry about seed results. Everybody put SR in the chat. Here, SR. Come on, come on. Teach your kids this because y'all get frustrated too easy. Okay, you say, what do you mean? I say you worried about seed results. But that's not the point of planting trees. You don't worry about the results. Why? Because if you worry about the results, that means that you're living by sight. You're not living by faith. And no trees grow by sight. All trees grow by faith. Are you listening to me? There are things that happen in the ground when you plant seeds. You ain't got no control over that. Are you listening to me? I said there are things that happen in the ground when you plant seeds. The reason they happen in the ground is because the way trees grow is a tree can only grow if there are some things that you cannot see. Are you all listening to me? Trees can only grow what? In the dark where you can't see things. If you could see the whole process of growing a tree, it would not be a tree. And God has to be involved in the growing of a tree. God has to be involved, meaning that some things have to happen that only God can control. Are you listening to me? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? So when things go into the ground, it's called gravitropical. That's how down into the ground away from the light. That's called gravitropical. And then when things grow up into the air, it's called phototropical. The gravitropical business is God's business. It's not yours. Why? Because you cannot see it. You don't need to see it because you're not God. And you don't need what? You don't need to be killing yourself up under the pressure of trying to act like God. Are you listening to me, brother? Are you listening to me, sister? I'm telling you how to get paid. If you want to make a lot of money, you just keep doing what? You keep planting seed. You don't worry about any individual person's response to the seed. That is not your job. God's job. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Everybody put GJ in the chat and let God do his job. Come on, GJ, come on. Some of y'all about to get some help today. Come on, everybody put GJ in the chat. All right, come on, let's go. GJ, at least 10 of y'all. At least 10 of y'all, come on. GJ, Lord, do your work. Lord, do your work. Lord, I trust you. Do your work. Come on now. Anybody trust God around here? Are you going to start planting some seeds and trust God to do the dark work? The work that's in the dark. You can't do God's work. Come on, let's go. Jam boy, I agree with you. Come on, Plant Daddy. Come on, Ricardo. Wow, God gonna do his job in your life. Come on, Trent. God gonna do it. Marjorie, God gonna do his job in your life. Come on, because you asking him. I mean, the Bible say you have not because you're asking not. All right, let's go. Come on, D. Watch God work in your life. Come on, David. Watch God work in your life. Come on, T. Lou. Watch God work in your life. Come on, Knowledge of the Great. Watch God work in your life. Come on, Frederick. Watch God work in your life. Come on, Todd. Watch God work in your life. Come on, Frosty Beach. Watch God work in your life. Come on. Come on, IK. Watch God work in your life. Come on, Sonny. Watch God work in your life. Come on, Frederick. Watch God work in your life. Come on, Poppy. God's about to work in your life. Come on, Tyree. Watch God work in your life. Come on, Frosty Beach. Watch God work in your life. Come on. Come on, B baby. Watch God work in your life. Come on, Singleton. Watch God work in your life. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Watch God work in your life. Why? Because you willing to do what? You willing to do your work. When you willing to do your work, God is super already did his work. Why? Because God, when he say things, they already happened before he even said it. When God tell you, be not deceived, for God is not mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. God is telling you that when you sow something, you already reaped it. Why? Because you did the thing that God said, so it happened before you even did it. Are y'all listening to me? Are you hear what I'm talking about? Let God have his way with you. Let God have his way with you. Plant, plant, grow, plant, grow, and prosper. Plant, grow, and prosper. Plant, grow, and prosper. Plant, grow, and prosper. You plant the thing, all right? God does his part to help make it grow, okay? Then it gets into the air, and then you prosper because people are eating from your tree. That's what I'm teaching y'all today. The problem is that we eat the doggone seed instead of planting the seed. You say, why? It's because we don't believe the seed is going to grow. That's our biggest problem. That's the biggest problem with a human being. They don't believe the seed is going to grow. But God says, be not deceived, for God is not mocked. In other words, ain't nobody finna make a fool out of God. Ain't no way in the world you're going to plant seeds in the ground and they don't grow, because then people would be doing what? Mocking God. And God's like, don't mock God. Are y'all hearing me? Put DMG in the chat. Come on. God is what? God is not to be mocked. Don't mock God. Put DMG in the chat. Come on. I ain't teaching y'all nothing else to 10 of y'all. Put it in there. DMG. Don't mock God. Now, you listen to me? Why? Because God had already told you, if you plant that seed in the ground, the words that I'm teaching you, if you're teaching to somebody else, if you teach somebody else the words I'm teaching you, then you'll get the result that I promised you. Why? Because I'm not a man that I should lie, or the son of man that I should repent. Have I not said it? Am I not able to make it good? That's what. That's the facts about God. Are you listening to me? God is factual. Are you hear what I'm talking about? There is no chance of nothing God saying not coming to pass. It's impossible because it came to pass before he said it. God ain't talking from time. God is talking from eternity. Are you listening to me? How to reach the masses, men of every birth. For an answer, Jesus gave the key. He said, and if I be lifted up from the earth, I'll draw all men unto me. Oh, lift him up. Still he speaks from eternity. Where does he speak from? I said, where does he speak from? I said, where does he speak from? When God talking to me and God is talking to you, we're listening in time. But he's not talking to us from time. He's speaking to us where? From eternity. He said what? From everlasting to everlasting. He said what? I am the Lord your God. He said, I change not. He said, I am from everlasting to everlasting. So when I'm talking to you, brother, when I'm talking to you, sister, I'm not talking to you what? From around the corner on 63rd Street. I am speaking to you where? From eternity. And that means what? I am telling you what I already did. Are y'all listening to me? Once you understand that, you will start doing what? You will start sowing your seed into the ground. You will start planting your seed instead of eating your seed. The only reason you eating your seed right now is because you don't know about the God of Abraham. You don't know about the God of Isaac. And you ain't familiar with the God of Jacob. Because if you knew him, you would know what? When you plant some seed in the ground, in the dirt where you can't see stuff, he is working that thing out. Are you listening to me? Jesus can work it out. Can work that problem that I had. I could not seem to solve it. Tried and I tried, Lord. Kept getting deep involved. And then I gave it over to Jesus. I stopped worrying about it. I said I gave it over to the Lord and he worked it out. Hey, I said, Jesus can work it out. You let him, Jesus can. Work it out, didn't he work it out, work it out, didn't he work it out, work it out, didn't he? Yeah, he worked it out. Why? Jesus got to have a job, ain't he? I said, Jesus got to have a job, ain't he? If I was y'all, I would stop worrying about the stuff that I planted in the ground. I would just go ahead on and start planting something else. Why? And say, Lord, now you promised me you're going to work that out. All right. You said you was going to do your job. See, the thing about God is that God is not a man he should lie. God is not lazy. All right. All right. Everybody put HJ in the chat because y'all ain't listening to me. Everybody put HJ in the chat. I don't know about you, but I hire Jesus every day. I put God to work every day. I found out that God worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that he don't sleep, that he don't slumber, that he don't get tired. He says, hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth, that he fainteth not, neither is weary, neither is weary. There's no searching of his understanding, and his ways are past finding out. I said, you mean to tell me you for hire God? God said, yes, I am. I say, Lord, I'm going to put you to work. Come on, I ain't got no church. Y'all put HJ in that chat. Who ready to hire Jesus? Come on, Santoris. Let's go. Come on, D Hull. Let's go. Come on, Plant Daddy. Let's hire Jesus. Come on, Frosty Beach. Let's hire Jesus. Come on, JW. Let's hire Jesus. Come on, Brother Larry. Let's hire Jesus. Come on, Ro. Let's hire Jesus. Anybody else want to hire Jesus around here? I said, anybody else want to hire Jesus around here? Jesus is what? For hire, baby. Now you listen to what I'm talking about? You say, what do you mean, Brother Ricky? He's like, look, plant some things in the ground and watch me work. Watch me work. Watch me work it, baby. Hey, listen to me. How dare y'all walk around hiring these little poo butt gods, y'all? I command you up under the authority of Jesus Christ to fire what? Your little poo butt God, your little poo butt God that does not work. I command you up under the authority of Jesus Christ to hire the God of Abraham, the God of Jacob, and the God of Isaac, and the Father of Jesus Christ. Are you listening to me? That's who brought me from out the penitentiary and $50 and homeless. What? I hired them. I said, what, Lord? I'm going to do the work that you taught me to work. I'm going to take your word, take you at your word. Hey, listen to me. I'm about to plant and plant and plant and plant and plant and sow and sow and sow and sow and sow. And I'm gonna be so busy sowing until I ain't gonna be paying attention to nothing else. And then what? I trust that you're gonna keep your part of the bargain. Are you hear what I'm talking about? And people do what? They end up eating your fruit. What is your fruit? You need to be putting some what? Some fruit out. All right, here's some fruit right here. Y'all ain't got the wealth formula. There goes some fruit for you. I say, there goes some fruit. There goes some fruit for your behind. What? I wrote the book on how to 10x your money online that you making offline. How to 10x your, and brother, sister, listen to me good. I ain't whistling Dixie over here. I don't even know how to whistle. I'm sorry. Shantae just walked by. That's pretty bad, wasn't it, honey? That was pretty bad. Why? Because I don't know how to whistle. ain't nobody, ain't nobody, ain't nobody whistling Dixie. You say, why is that? Because everything we do work. You say, why does it work? Because it was working before we did it. Listen to me. Stop hiring people who wasn't working before you hired them. Stop hiring ideas that wasn't working before you hired the idea. The only reason I hired Jesus is because Jesus was working before I hired him. You say, why is that? Because in the beginning was the Word, and words with God, and the same was in the beginning with God. It wasn't nothing made that he did. Why? I said, let me hire the maker. Hey, listen to me. I know I got it made if I do what? Hire the maker. I ain't got no church up in here. Everybody put HTM in the chat. HTM. Let's go. HTM. How dare you have a maker and you don't even hire them? And you guessing what to do, wondering what to do, begging people and pleading. Baby, please. Baby, please. Baby, please. Baby, I'm begging, baby. Why are you begging for life to come to you? Why are you begging people to do things? Why are you begging folks to do business with you? Why are you begging for down on bended knees? Why are you down on your bended knees? Get on your knees. You ain't got to beg Jesus for nothing. You can hire him. Now you hear me? You got to beg God for nothing. You can hire him. You can hire him how? You can hire him out of his word. Did you hear what I said? Why? Because you can what? You can make him keep his own word. To who? To you. Are you listening to me? He said, what? He said, I ain't never. He said, by two immutable things in which it's impossible for God to lie. He said, what? When he could swear by no greater, baby, he just swore by himself. By who? By his word and by his oath. He said, why? Because I cannot lie, because everything I said, I already did. I ain't even capable of lying. Now, you know what? That's the kind of people, that's the kind of source, that's the kind of entity that you should hire. Are you hearing me? How many times y'all done hire somebody, train somebody, taught somebody made agreements with you, and them busters didn't keep their word? How many times? How many times somebody told you, I don't know how many times somebody told me, hey, Brother Ricky, I'm gonna be the best student you ever had. I said, I wouldn't say that if I was you, because nobody that said that to me has ever amounted to a whole lot. I say, why? Because they talking yak, 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 yak. Your best bet, if you really want to impress somebody or impact somebody, is get in and start doing the actual thing that you was taught. Are you listening to me? Most people don't do what they taught. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? They take the seed that somebody gave them, and then they don't plant the seed, they eat the seed. What do you mean? They get rid of the seed. What do you mean? They do away with the seed. What are you talking about? They spill their seed. Are you listening to me? Are you hear what I'm telling you? It's a story in the Bible. It talks about a cat who's supposed to take his brother's wife. Back in the Bible days, in the early days, in the Old Testament days, if you was a man and a brother died, it was the brother's responsibility to go in and pour seed into the man's wife so that that woman would be seedless, because it was a shame and abomination not to have children back in the day, because the whole idea of God is to be fruitful and multiply. That's always been God's idea. All right. So back in the day, you supposed to go into your brother's wife and take care of her because your brother did. All right. Make sure this woman has some seed. It's a selfless act. It's the act of what? Keeping a seed going, letting that sister know we love you. We're not gonna just leave you over here dormant. You know what I'm saying? The brother gone, the brother died. We're just not gonna leave you over here dormant. Okay, we're gonna look out for you. We're gonna take care of you. That's the way it's supposed to be. All right. Then we got this cat who went in, who's supposed to be doing this, but every time he made love to the woman, he spilled the seed on the ground because he was a jerk. All right. He was a jerk. Why? Because he what? He was a mark. Why? He was selfish. What? He ain't care nothing about the sister seed. What? He was thinking about him just a bum. What's the point of making love to the woman and then spilling your seed? Are you listening to me? I'm telling y'all, no seed spilling. Everybody put in SS in the chat. Y'all got plenty of seed. Seed ain't y'all problem. Seed is not your problem. You've been taught by a lot of people what's good for you to do. You've heard a lot of word. That ain't your problem. You done read the Bible since you could read. That ain't the problem. The problem is when you get the seed, you spilling it. Hey, listen to me. Are y'all hearing what I'm telling you? No seed spilling. Ain't no way in the world you cannot be wealthy and well off, healthy, everything the Bible teaches if you was actually doing it. Hey, listen to me. Ain't no problem with the word. The problem is what? The fact that you don't what? Plant it. And what, you're getting the seed and you're not planting the seed. I'm trying to help you today. I'm trying to help you. Why? I'm trying to teach you how that you can take the words that you hear, and instead of taking those words that you hear and doing nothing with them, I'm trying to tell you how to take the words that you hear, actually plant them into the soil of your heart, the soil of your brain, the soil of your mind, and then take what you learn from it, put it into the marketplace. People will see your tree grow in the marketplace, and then they'll come and buy products from you because your products in the marketplace, because you didn't spill the seed, you didn't disperse, you didn't get rid of the seed, you just the seed by putting it in the ground and trusting God that what it was going to grow the tree that it's supposed to grow, and you're going to have to trust God to do that. All right. Now you say, Brother Ricky, what's the second thing? So I told you the first thing is you're eating your future when you eat your seed. All right. The second problem. So you say, what do you mean you're eating your future, Brother Ricky? The only reason people buy something from you is because of fruit. All right. You say, so what? So they got to eat the fruit from your tree to buy something from you. All right. But when you eat your seeds, you eat in your future because number two, you eat your assets. You say, what are you talking about, Brother Rick? Eating your assets. Your assets is what you put online for somebody to come and buy. You say, I don't have anything online for them to come and buy. That's my point. That's my point. You live in the internet era and you ain't got nothing for somebody to buy. You ain't got a book. You ain't got a blog. You ain't got an email. And when I say buy, I'm not always talking about buying with money. I'm talking about you ain't got nothing online that somebody can spend some time on so that they can get interested in something that you got to offer to make their life better. That's what I'm talking about. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because payments are not always money payments. Payments sometimes are time payments. Matter of fact, time payments are better than money payments because time payments create a whole lot of money. But for those of you all who ain't selling nothing online, ain't got no products online right now, that means that you are listening and hearing the things that we are teaching you, and you are taking that seed and you eating it, but you ain't doing what? You ain't planting that seed in the ground. So you're just walking around what? With a big head and a big stomach. Why? Because all the seed is in your head and in your stomach. Hey, listen to me. It ain't good to have a bunch of seed in your head and seed in your stomach. It give you the bubble guts. Are you hearing me? Everybody put NBG in the chat. No bubble guts. Let's go. NBG. No bubble guts. Did you hear what I said? No bubble. Seed is meant to be digested and planted, and then what? And bought. Digested, planted, and purchased. Digested, planted, and then purchased. That's what seed is for. Seed ain't to give you the bubble guts. I ain't got no church over here. Y'all put NBG, no bubble guts. Some of y'all got economic bubble guts. What you talking about, Ricky? I'm like, you got a whole lot of information in your head. You've been listening to Brother Ricky for 2 years, or whoever else teaching you. You've been reading the Bible since you was, 6 months. No, you got a lot of knowledge in your head. All right. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And you got a lot of knowledge in your stomach. Why? Because you ate it. You know what the problem is? It ain't digested and planted. That's what the problem is. So you got what? You got the bubble guts. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing what I'm talking about? You know, it ain't nothing as good. Listen to me good. All y'all know this, especially when you start getting older in age like me. You know, it ain't nothing as good as a good bowel movement. Did y'all what I said? I said, y'all know it ain't nothing as good as a good bowel movement, especially when you start getting 50, 60 years old and your metabolism is trying to slow down and you walk around with the bubble guts. I hear what I'm talking about. You say what they got to do with me, Brother Ricky. I'm talking about the reason y'all money done slowed down, but the reason y'all money don't exist is because you got the bubble guts. Why is that? Because your bowels ain't moving. Why? Because when you take seed, listen to me good. When somebody teaches you something, the love of God will compel you to teach somebody else. Did you hear what I said? I say, when you really love people and somebody teach you something, the love of God will compel you to teach somebody else. You are not walking around doing what? Holding on to that seed, getting the bubble guts. Hey, listen to me. Shantae said, she said today, say, hey. She said, hey, baby. I'm like, what's up? She said, you ought to come in here and see my stool. I said, come and see your what? She's like, you ought to come in here and see my stool. I say, see your stool? I'm so blessed. Come and look at it, honey. I'm like, girl, that's when you know you're married. That's when you know you're married. And you know, that's when you know you're married. Your wife crazy as hell. Come in here and look at my stool. I'm like, no, close the door. Close. That's right, baby. Don't tell me if you don't want to be online. All right. I appreciate the fact that you doing so good though. That's why you're so fine, healthy, strong, vibrant and stuff. Because you ain't got the bubble guts. All right. So, where y'all at? Everybody put congrats in the chat. No, I ain't gonna teach y'all nothing else until y'all congratulate Shantae. Congratulate her. All right. Congratulate her. She ain't got the bubble guts. She's got bowels of mercy. She's a merciful woman. All right. Now you hear me? She's spiritually alert, spiritually alive. And it helps her physically too. Plus, she do all the kind of stuff to make sure that she do the right amount of exercise. All the things what? To digest something. Now you hearing me? I ain't teaching y'all nothing else. To 10 of y'all say congrats. All right. All right. Albert said congratulations, honey. Ken said congratulations to you too, baby. The rest of y'all haters, I ain't teaching y'all nothing until y'all say congrats. Put it in the chat. Y'all too slow. Y'all too slow. All right. Knowledge of the great. God bless you. Thank you for congratulating Shantae. Iceman, thank you for congratulating Shantae. T. Lube, God bless you back. God bless you back. D. Hug, God bless you back. You're going to be blessed today. You're going to be blessed today for blessing Shantae. JW Parr, God bless your ministry. All right. Frosty, God bless you. All right. Roll, God bless you. All right. D, God bless you, beautiful. We appreciate that. All right. We appreciate that. We appreciate it. Anybody else want to congratulations? I say, thank you, Ricardo. God bless. See, all y'all gonna be blessed because y'all ain't no haters. See, the rest of y'all problem. Y'all hating right now. Why? Because you got the bubble guts. You ain't been to the bathroom in the last 4 weeks. All right. Stop hating. You stop hating right there. Maybe God will move your bowels. What's my point? Seed is just like bowel movements. You take it, you digest it. Once it comes out, now you're a better person. Are you hearing me? Y'all got too much seed inside of y'all that you have not planted into the ground. That's why we don't see y'all trees. You say, what are you talking about, Brother Ricky? Just like y'all don't want to be online and stuff. Y'all don't want to tell nobody what y'all doing. Y'all in a secret service, but God's people. I ain't never seen in the history of my lifetime so many scary people that love God. I'm like, when you gonna come out the witness protection program and start telling people how you really feel, what's really going on with you, so we can eat from off your tree? How am I eat from off your tree when your tree don't even exist? Are you listening to me? I'm talking to y'all today about this seed. So when you eat your future by what? Not planting trees. When you eat your assets by having these amazing assets, the ability to be able to do things, but you don't what? You don't plant them, you eat them. That means that your videos are where? Inside of you. That means what? Your books are where? Inside of you. That means what? Your blogs are where? Inside of you. That means what? Your emails are where? Inside of you. And all this stuff is doing what? Building up backup. Don't build up backup. All right, here I'm talking about. Everybody put DBB in the chat. That's our new group. You say, what's that? What's DBB? Don't build backup. You hear me? Don't build up backup. Why? If you ain't doing nothing with the seeds you are getting seriously backed up. That's why you got a bad attitude. Are you hearing me? That's why that's why something wrong with your health. Are you listening to me? That's why your money funny and your change is strange. Why? Because you let the stuff back up inside of you that you should have been doing 15 years ago. Somebody taught you 15 years ago, and you run around a mulberry bush, still ain't did nothing with it. Are you listening to me? And you building up backup. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You building up resentment. You know what happens to people when they ain't doing nothing? They resent somebody who is. That's why you're so resentful right now. That's why, oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are. If you ain't doing something with what you're doing, you are jealous. You say, I'm not jealous, Brother Ricky. Yes, you are, and envious. You say, I'm not jealous or envious. If you got backup in you, you can't help but be jealous and envious. Are you listening to me? Why? Because you ain't doing nothing with what you got. Are you listening to what I'm telling you? I'm telling you today. Don't eat the seed, plant the seed. Don't eat the seed and get all bagged up, get all that stuff in your system, your mind, your brain, everything fried. Are you hearing me? All that gift, you got all that seed inside of you that somebody else ought to be getting. How dare you be so selfish? How dare you be so greedy? And how dare you be so self-debilitating, doing stuff that's what sending you to an early grave, and what ain't nobody getting out of you, what God put inside of you, and what I came out here today to put a charge in your behind so you can do what? So you can do what? Plant that seed, baby. Now listen to me. When y'all get off this phone today, I expect somebody to create a brand new video. When y'all get off this phone today, I expect somebody to sit down, say, you know what, I'm gonna do the rest of this Friday. I'm gonna start writing a book I've been talking about for 35 years. When you get off of this phone today, I expect somebody to start their screen play that you've been thinking about writing. When you get off this phone today, I expect somebody to start your poem started reciting. When you get off this phone today, I expect somebody to start making it boom, 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 and a zoom, 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 baby. I expect somebody today to start planting some seed today. Are y'all hearing what I'm talking about? Everybody put SPT in the chat. Come on, SPT. Seed planting today. All right. This is a call of urgency. I wasn't even talking to nobody this morning. Shantae say, what we finna do today, baby? I said, we got a day off. Then God said, sit down and teach seed. I'm like, oh. I said, is it like that? He's like, yes, sir. Teach seed today. It's an emergency call. All right. I said, okay. All right. So who only put this in the chat if you're gonna do something today. All right. Put SPT in the chat if you're gonna commit to yourself today. Seed planting today. All right. I don't know what it is what you're gonna plant your seed in. All right. But if you're gonna do it, speak over your own life. All right. SPT. All right. SPT. Speed planning today. Anybody ready? All right, Ro, I speak life into your life. Albert, I speak life into your life. Todd, I speak life into your life. Frosty, I speak life into your life. Albert, I speak life into your life. Ken, I speak life into your life. I'm agreeing with you today. Anybody else? Plant Daddy, I'm speaking life into your life. Anybody else gonna speed? Anybody else gonna plant seed today? Seed plant today? Come on. K Garner, I speak life into your life. JW, I speak life into your life. Todd, I speak life into your life. Ricardo, I speak life into your life. Frederick, I speak life into your life. T. Lube, I speak life into your life. Come on, let's agree with each other all over the world today. Who's going to seed plant today? Seed planting today. Come on. Who else is ready? Who else is ready? Come on. I'll take a couple of seconds and agree with you. Come on. Who else is ready? Come on. Who else is ready? Seed planting today. Today. Not tomorrow. Not the next day. John, I agree with you. Seed planting today. Who else? Let's go. Seed planting today. Come on. I agree with you. D, I agree with you. Seed planting today. Come on, seed plant. What you gonna do? Come on, JW. I agree with you. Seed planting today. Who's gonna plant the seeds today? Today, not tomorrow, not next week. Who's just gonna slow down what you're doing and say, I've been stalling on planting this seed. I'm gonna plant the seed right now. All right. It might be your book. I don't know what it be. It might be your contribution to somebody. I don't know what it is, but plant your seed today, whatever it is. Why? Because your seed, baby, is what's up. Seed. Listen to me. God's gonna bless your seed. Your seed. God's gonna bless your seed. Every place you go and everywhere you've been, your seed. God's gonna bless your seed. Yeah. One more thing. If you eat your seed, that means you're eating your future. Number one. Number two, you eating your assets. That means you have assets right now, but they're not in the marketplace because you ate them. You didn't put the book out. You didn't put out the video. You didn't put out the blog. You didn't put out the email, the text, all these wonderful things online that people will pay you thousands of dollars and thousands of dollars and thousands of dollars for, because they see the fruit of your seed. So the last thing is, if you eat your seed, you are eating. You're eating. All right. All right. Come on now. You're eating. All right. Everybody put EYE in the chat. And this is the last thing I'm gonna teach you. All right. EYE. Let's go. All right. You say, what's that? My eye? No, you eating your eating. You say, I ain't never heard that term before. I know you ain't. I made it up. I just made it up this morning while I was thinking about y'all. Right. Come on, everybody put I in the chat. And I'm gonna teach you this last idea. Come on, hurry up. I. Come on, hurry up. I. EYE. 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 You say, what you talking about, Brother Ricky? This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you plant a seed, Seed grows in the ground. A tree comes up. People eat your fruit. So when you don't plant the seed, when you eat the seed, you are eating your fruit that people should be eating. Let me run that by you one more time. People buy things from you because they are eating your fruit. Can I make it as plain as possible? All right, we're in the marketplace. You got assets out. Your assets have grown in the trees, and people are doing what? They are purchasing things from you because they are eating from your tree. When you don't have nothing from nobody to purchase, the reason they ain't eating from your tree is because you ate your own tree. Did y'all get what I said? I said you're eating from your eating. Can't nobody eat your tree when you already ate the and ain't no fruit on the tree because you ate the seed. Now y'all listen to what I'm talking about. Ain't no fruit on no tree because the tree don't exist. Why the tree don't exist? Because you ate the seed. Why did you eat the seed? Because worth what? Planting. So I stopped by here to stir y'all up today so that you'll understand that it's worth it. All right? Everybody put it in the chat. It's worth it. Come on. As a matter of fact, put it's worth it. Why? Because you worth it. All right? It's worth it. Come on, let's go. Come on, you worthy. All right? It's worth it. That means you worth it. Okay? People feel so unworthy until they do what? They eat their own eating. I hear we eat. You know, we eat around it. We eat real well around here. Why? Because people eat us. You say, what are you talking about? What you mean people eat us? People eat our words that we put into the marketplace. You say, what do you mean people eat your word? That's how you get paid. People eat your words. They pay for your words. They pay for your fruit. Are you listening to me? Stop being so sanctimonious. Ain't nobody paying you. Why? Because you ain't got no fruit. Why ain't you got no fruit? Because you ate it. Are y'all listening to me? Are y'all hear what I'm talking about? I said you ate it. Why? Because you ate the seed that you were supposed to plant. Somebody taught you what to do, but you ain't do nothing with it. You just ate it. And what? Now you can't get paid. Now you hear what I'm talking about? I want you to get paid. And I want you to get paid big time. I don't want you to eat your eating. Are you hearing me? I don't want you walking around with what? An evil eye. Are you hear what I'm saying? Why? Because eating your eating is an evil eye. Are you hearing me? Why? Because it's evil to have something and you won't plant it in the ground. It's greedy, it's selfish, it's evil, it's backwards, it's fickle, and it's cursed with a curse. And a lot of y'all listen to me today, you got financial curses on you. And the reason you got a financial curse on you is because you don't think you're worthy. You don't think it's worth the time, and you don't think you're worthy. People don't even think they're worthy of $1 million. I hear so much fake humility out of people. Man, you know, I just want to be a humble servant, you know. I don't really want to be rich. I'm like, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Come on. Everybody put hold it in the chat. I'm gonna show enough help you get rid of that little country bunking demon that's on you that ain't got nothing to do with God. Come on, everybody put hold it in the chat. I'm gonna really bust your bubble with that fake humility that's giving you a good excuse for holding on, eating all your seed and ain't putting nothing in the ground. I'm gonna really help you rebuke that demon. Come on, everybody put hold it in the chat. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take this next 3 or 4 minutes before I hang up to show y'all how to what? Get over that devil. All right. A lot of y'all got that devil working on y'all right now. Yeah, a lot of y'all, that fake humility devil. I really don't want much. I don't really don't want much because, you know, as long as the Lord bless me with it. Hold it, first of all, this ain't about you. Did you hear what I said? It ain't your seed. Hey, listen to me. You are required to leave an inheritance for children's children. So get up off of that nonsense. Talking about I really don't want much. You better want a lot. How in the world your children's children gonna have something you don't want nothing? Hey, listen to me. That is the most abominable thing you could possibly say. I don't want nothing. That means you are lazy and making a good excuse for being lazy. Are you hearing me? And God gonna deal with you. You ain't gonna get out of that stuff good. You are so biblically backwards. Hey, listen to me. Not wanting something is not biblical. Why? Because God said you ain't even good unless you leave a heritage to your children's children. How you going to leave a heritage to your children's children? You ain't got no ambition. I ain't never seen so many lazy Negroes and Negroids in my life with what? No drive. No what? No ambition. And then blame, and then that audacity to try to put God in that mess. I'm like, God is not in your mess. Are you listening to me? God is about people being responsible. God is about people doing what? Being accountable. God is about people doing what? Getting up off that thing. I'm going to tell you what the great prophet James Brown said. He said, get up off that thing. And dancing you feel better. Get up off that thing. You got to release some pressure now. Get up off that thing. And dancing you feel better. Ow, get up off that thing. You got to relieve some pressure. Man, you better get up off that thing. I ain't. What somebody put in the chat? Get up off that thing. Go ahead, put it in the chat. Sit around there being lazy. Not if you hang out around Brother Ricky. If you got a lazy problem and you want to get rid of it, just hang out with us. All right. We'll light some fire up under your behind. We don't play that stuff. Everybody make decisions around here. Everybody around here accountable. Hey, listen what I'm talking about? I told you, if it was a dog in my house, he have to get up and go to work at 6 in the morning. Get up, Scooby-Doo. Get up off that thing. What's that, dear? Oh, okay, baby. I was going to ask Shantae to do the Scooby-Doo one more time. All right. So that's our 3 points today. Number one, if you eat your future, if you eat your seed, you're eating your future. All right. Because you'll never see the future because you never see the trees. All right. If you eat your seed, it's because you're eating your assets. You got a lot of assets inside of you that are not in the marketplace because you ate them. You didn't put them in the marketplace. So nobody know what your stuff is. So they can't buy nothing from you. So you ain't got no financial future. Did you hear what I said? You don't have no financial future. Why? Because you ain't got no assets. Income follows assets. You say, Brother Ricky, how do I get some assets? All right. Get you a book. You say, I don't know what to do. My book teach you everything. All right. The wealth formula. All right. The what I know who got up off that thing when I look in a Stripe today and see you got a book, the wealth, a book to teach you what you ain't got to guess nothing. I I wrote this book, Myron Golden wrote the book. Between the two of us, we done earned over 50 million something dollars in the last 4 years. Are you listening to me? And we created a for 57 little measly dollars. You talking about that's a lot of money for a book. That's a lot of money for a book for a lazy person. You're right. That's a lot of money for a book for a buster. You're right. If you're a buster and you lazy, don't buy it. Why? Because it ain't gonna help you no way. You ain't gonna do nothing with the seed. All right. So if you're interested in that, just put wealth in the chat. I'll give you a second to do that. Just put the word wealth in the chat. If you want the wealth formula, come on. Y'all should have lit that thing up like y'all should have bought at least 10,000 books today. All y'all walking around ain't got no assets online. And here's the book on how to do it. You say, what do I do? Just read the book. You say, well, if I do your book, Brother Ricky, will I have, if you do my book, I said, if you do it, you are easily 10x the amount of money you're making right now. Probably 100x it. All right. Probably. If you got any kind of work ethic. All right. So if you ain't got that book, I would put in the chat. Wealth, the wealth formula. You should be reading that as soon as we get off the line and be like, what I need some structure of how to do things. The wealth formula is mindset times skill set times tool set equals assets. And once you really got your mind right, and then you got the tools and everything to do things with, it ain't nothing that can stop you from doing nothing because income follows assets. Are you listening to me? Income follows that. We already made $100,000 this month just off of our online assets. Are you listening to me? I'm not even talking about my clients that I'm doing personal business with. I'm just talking about just the online assets. Made $100,000 this month already. And that's just some chump change. You say, why is that? Because we have online assets. Are you listening to me? Brother Ricky, I told you the only reason you're feeling like that is because you got the bubble guts, the bubble guts. And when you got the bubble guts because you ain't doing nothing, every time somebody teach you something, you either think they lying or they bragging. Why? Because people who ain't doing nothing are some serious haters. Are you hearing me? Seriously jealous, seriously envious. I'm not jealous and envious of nobody because I'm too busy planting seeds. And when I see somebody doing better than me, I don't get jealous of them. I'm like, man, let me up my game so I can plant seeds more wisely. So I can plant some wiser seeds. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody put PWS in the chat. All right. Plant wise seeds. Okay. PWS. Plant wise seeds. Okay. You can plant seeds all night and day that don't work. And them trees ain't growing. I don't care how many of them seeds you planted. So the smartest thing to do is to find out who's planting seeds that work already. See, it's a problem with Negroes. Broke Negroes are extremely angry. I mean, extremely arrogant. They try to act like they know what they don't know. And then when you introduce them to things that I'm talking about that work, massively work, all they do is doubt what you're saying. Why? Because they just don't want to admit that you're smarter and that you got a better idea than they got. And then, because if they do your idea and it works, now they got to admit to you that your stuff worked. I'm like, Negro, please. I'm like, how retarded could you possibly be to be such a hater until you want to cut off the hand that fed you. You're supposed to give props to the person that taught you whatever. I've been giving props to Myron Golden for 4 years for going to his challenges and then learn. I went to one challenge he did, and I created a challenge the very next week. We have done 49 financial IQ challenges. What's that? Those are amazing amounts of seed that have been planted into the marketplace over the last 4 years. We're going on number 50. If you decide you want to come to the challenge this month, just put challenge in the chat if you want to bypass our free classes. If you want to come and learn, you can just come directly to the challenge. It starts in December, the first week of December. All you got to do is just put challenge in the chat and get the link sent over to you. And good for you if you decide you want to come, because we're about to set it off in December to get everybody ready for January. So you get ready for January, not January 1st. You get ready for January, December, November, like we doing now. That's when you get ready for January. You do stuff in advance. What? Because that's what part of seed planting is. Everything is in advance. I do this stuff in advance, and then I can expect this over here. I do this in advance, then I can expect. My life is full of what? Fulfilled expectation. My life is not no accident. Now, God does things that blows our mind that we just couldn't possibly have anticipated. But most of what happened to us is very intentional. We expected it, and we got what we expected. Why? Because seed planting is predictable. You plant this amount of seed, you can expect this amount of harvest. All right. That's how life goes. All right. That's why the Bible says, be not deceived, for God is not mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, continue to sow, that shall he also reap. In other words, that's what? Predictable. I don't like living a life that's not predictable. I like to know, hey, if we do this, we should be able to make 1 million, right? Well, if we do this, we should be able to make 2 million. Well, if we do this, we should be able to make 3, right? Well, if we do this, we should be able to make 4. All right. So how much sense do it make? Well, do the thing that'll make 4 million if you can do it, instead of the thing that'll make 1 million if you can do it. So when we give you a book or something that teaches you how we make this money, then you say, okay, now I can measure what I'm getting ready to do, because now I got directions. All right. You need seed direction. Just planting seeds, just arbitrarily planting stuff, that don't make you no money. You make money because somebody has already been that road, done, got the receipts and all that sort of thing. And then you emulate the person. All right. It's called rip off and duplicate. R&D. All right. They call it research and development, but it really means rip off and duplicate. All right. Everybody put R&D in the chat. All right. R&D. If you ain't got no R&D department, you better hurry up and get one. You say what? A rip off and duplicate. Come on, R&D. Come on, I'm gonna pray for y'all. Put R&D in the chat. R&D. You say, what? I ain't got no department in my life like that, Ricky. Well, you ain't gonna have no money because you slow as hell. Hey, listen to me. That stuff you doing don't work. Are you hearing me? When people start talking to me, I just cut them off. I say, that stuff don't work, baby. Sister, that does not work. Brother, that does not work. All right. Do you want me to help you? All right, well, stop doing that. Because it don't work. It's country as hell. People come to me with their money. Hey, brother Ricky, I got a what they call them policies. Well, anyway, these life insurance policies. I'm like, that's slow as hell. They say, did you call that slow, Ricky? I said, yeah, we'd have made 6,000% on our money over the last 4 years. How much money are you making? They're like, well, I think it's about 11%. I'm like, you 11%, 12%. That means it's going to take 6 years for your money to double. You want to wait 6 years for your money to double? That'd be great. That'd be great for you, because you country as hell. You ain't in a real, you're in a time that's done went by forever. I mean, I'm looking at these crazy, nutty, retarded insurance policies people got. I'm like, how long it take you just to get the money back you put in? Yeah, well, you see, the first 7 years is building up to what I put in. I'm like, Negro, what kind of weed are you smoking? You so slow until you would let somebody sell you something that it take you 7 years just to get back the money you put in. You got time to trick off like that? Hey, listen to me. It's something wrong with your seed. Hey, listen to me. You've been what? You've been sold some sucker seed. Hey, listen to what I'm talking about. So what you do, you find out what really works with people. I told y'all to buy XRP a year ago. You know, I've been buying it ever since. All right. I told y'all a year ago. I told y'all it was 50 cents to get this Bitcoin, this cryptocurrency. It's $2.50 now, something like that. All right. You say, well, I believe it'll be $100 in the next 5 years. I'm talking something go from $2 to $100. You know how much money you're gonna make? And you sitting around here doing this little country hillbilly stuff with your money. It's ridiculous. Why? Because the seed, what? You're not sowing the seed somebody gave you. So it's got you backed up. So you heard it, but you didn't sow it. You heard it, but you didn't sow it. You heard it, but you didn't do nothing with it. So what? You're still doing the same crazy stuff that don't make no sense. What? When somebody God sent somebody into your life with what? With some fresh seed. Are you listening to me? All of you, if you've been listening to me any length of time, you know it's fresh, baby. You know we don't play around here. You don't hardly hear me talk about nothing you heard somebody else say. Ain't no refried beans and stuff around here. We get fresh revelations. What? 7 days a week. Why? Because we actually sow the seed. And when you sow seeds, you get fresh revelations. Anybody want some fresh seed? Everybody put FS in that chat. Y'all tired of these boring cats trying to teach you something? You know they boring. You know they boring. Same old dull cliches. Y'all doing the stuff from 30 years ago. Your life's so outdated. Are you hearing me? I'm talking to my young folks. I'm 63 running rings around them. They're 20 years old. I'm like, would you pay attention to who you listening to? Young brother, young sister, would you pay attention to who you listening to? Are you listening to me? Why you listening to some bust that ain't got no money about money? You know what I'm talking about? Hey, just have some common sense. Why you listen to some buster ain't can't put cheese on a Whopper about money when we make $1 million in a day? You say you bragging again, brother Ricky. It only sound like bragging because you're a hater. Are you hearing me? And you don't like nobody telling you to your face what you ought to do with your life. I'm not like that. I don't play. I don't mince my words. Are you hearing me? I love you. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? I love you. I love the ground you walk on. I'm concerned about your life. I don't even need to talk to nobody for no money. I talk about money because it's what I love to do because I love to help. Are you hearing me? And if you listen to me, I can help you. All right. So one more time. Here are the three things I'm going to pray for y'all. Because I'm going to pray for you and I'm going to pray for your seed. All right. Here, one more time. Let me give them all three to you. Number one, don't eat your seed because if you eat it, you eat in your future. Number two, don't eat your seed because if you eat it, you eat in your assets. We'll never see what you got to bring to the marketplace because you ate it all up. Shame on you. And then finally, number three, don't eat your seed because you eating your eating. You say eating your eating. Yeah, you eat your eating. The evil eye. You say, what do you mean? That means that what people ought to be eating, they can't eat it because you ate it. Are you hearing me? Let me ask y'all this question. I just wanted the last point again. How much sense does it make? You ever met somebody who can really bake a really good cake? I mean, a really good cake. I'm talking about a delicious cake. You know what? Matter of fact, let's paint this picture right now. Put your favorite cake in the chat real quick. I'm gonna say this and then I gotta pray for y'all. We out of here. All right. Put your favorite cake in the chat. And I'm gonna pray and we're gonna look over your cake. I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about. Then I gotta go. All right. I'll be back here tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Eastern on the dot. I'm gonna teach y'all about oil. Tomorrow. I'm gonna teach you about pouring oil. All right. Okay. 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning Eastern. Today is Friday, the 14th. Tomorrow on the 15th, I'm gonna teach y'all at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Tell everybody to tune in from around the country. I'm gonna send y'all emails and all that stuff to remind you. Tomorrow I'm gonna really teach y'all. I'm gonna teach y'all about your oil, all that oil that's inside of you. And I'm gonna teach y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna teach y'all about the movie that we went to see last night called Sarah's Oil, about this 11-year-old young sister who was a millionaire in 1913, who was born in 1902. Who was a grandchild of black and Indians. And because of this treaty that was signed in 1866, she was given some land, and the white folks tried to take her land and try to run off her land and gangster her land. And they was real evil back in the days, real evil. Yeah, real evil. Some savage behavior taking place. People got land, and when they found out they had oil on it, they would kill the kids and take their land. I'm gonna teach y'all tomorrow about your oil, all right, and how to pour your oil, and how to drill for your oil, and how to get paid off your oil. I'm gonna teach you tomorrow about your oil. You got plenty of oil in you, baby. You better believe that you are not the tin man. Are you listening to me? You got plenty of oil in you. You just need to be taught how to get it out. Anyway, this last idea is don't eat your your eating. You have so much inside of you that you are currently consuming instead of what? Allowing somebody else to eat it. That's why you're not getting paid. You got so much inside of you. Listen to me good. I'm telling you what your problem is, and I'm telling you how to get over it. Stop eating your eating. You are a fruitful tree, potentially, if you will allow your tree to grow and you allow people to come and eat your fruit. That's how you get paid. People are buying things from you because they eating your fruit. They eating your words. You have words that you are eating that people should be eating. Are you listening to me? Stop it. Cut it out. Come from out the witness protection program today and put your stuff out here into the marketplace so we can buy it. I can't buy nothing from you because you ain't got nothing for me to buy because you eating your own eating. I'm supposed to be eating your words and paying you. Are you hearing me? I'm supposed to be eating your words and the whole marketplace supposed to be eating your words and paying you. Don't you eat your own words. Don't eat your eating. Are y'all getting what I'm telling you? Y'all getting it? Come on, let's pray. Father, I thank you for allowing us to gather together this morning, impromptu, but it's because of you. And we just want to be obedient. So thank you for your kings and queens around the world, your people. Like these are your people, Lord, your people who are called by your name. And you said if we would humble ourselves and pray, that you would hear from heaven and cleanse us from our wicked ways and heal our land. And Lord, we know it's wicked to be walking around here eating the seed we supposed to be planting, eating our own eating. Lord, we know that is wicked. That is not good. That is not right. And you are not going to expand our territory. You are not going to enlarge our territory. And we ain't even put nothing in the marketplace. You are not a God that we can pimp. You are a God that we can hire. And Lord, we want to hire you. We want you to work on our behalf. But we know if we'll do our work, you'll do your work. You'll do yours. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. You all have a spectacular day. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. I love y'all. Ain't nothing y'all can do about that. And remember that stellar is a stellar dust. I'll see you all tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern on the dot. We're going to talk about drilling for oil, the oil inside of you. God bless you. Have a great day. Have an awesome